Is your home crying out to be redecorated? Don't move. We'll show you how to create a new look without spending a fortune. And if you do have to move, it doesn't have to be an ordeal. Then for every occasion, there's just the right flower. We'll show you how to pick them. All this and more today on Home Matters. Welcome to Home Matters. I'm Susan Powell.
And me, I'm just Chris McWatt.
Chris?
Yes.
We have a very delicious yet creative show today.
Both delicious and creative?
In one show.
One of the stories you're going to see is I got a chance to go back home to Los Angeles, and I met, well, you know, there's a lot of surreal people in LA, but I met the very, right, enough said.
Yes.
I met the very surreal gourmet, Bob Bloomer. He takes an iron and some cheese, and I can't go any farther.
And he takes a whole new meaning to shrimp on the Barbie.
That both men and women can enjoy.
Yes. And we are going to make a chocolate, you love chocolate, don't you?
I do.
A chocolate cake.
Addicted.
That has a kind of a twisty little secret to it, which I will reveal later on.
Who knew? And
you know what? If you think drop cloths are for painting and parachutes are for happy landings, you obviously aren't seeing the world through the eyes of our first guest. Editor of Better Homes and Gardens Flea Market Decorating, Vicki Ingham is here to revive a drab corner with some very unusual yet vibrant ideas. I tell you, first of all, I have to say, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fact that this is a what?
A parachute.
A parachute! It can't be.
Isn't it a wonderful curtain idea?
It is.
Nylon, 17-foot diameter parachute from an Army-Navy store. You can get them at surplus stores or online.
I can't believe, are they expensive?
This was $52.
Wow.
Which if you're thinking about covering a wide expanse of window with fabric, that is not a bad deal.
No, not at all. And you know what, sometimes when you're doing something this unusual, you don't want to get it for 10 cents. You know, it's worth it for what you pay for.
Right, right. This can work on a big expanse of windows, or if you want to have a smaller window, just use it on a curtain rod and bunch it up more, and you'd get a nice billowy effect. The fabric has a wonderful texture to it, and light comes through. It's really luminous.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful idea.
Privacy, but it gives you privacy as well.
Yes.
Well, and this is just one of the examples of the fabulous things in this book, Flea Market Decorating, because it's about using things originally meant for, say, happy landings to using them for curtains.
Exactly. The whole notion of repurposing is what drives this book and is what I think is so much fun. For example...
I love that word, repurposing. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to make it legitimate.
It's my favorite thing in the world. Now, what were these little claws first?
I think that they were the feet on a piano stool or a little three-legged table.
Aren't they great?
I found them just like that, the three of them. And the reason I thought they would make great finials for curtain rods is that the nail, the hole for the screw, was already there, and the opening is just about right for an average dowel. So I took these to the hardware store and just got the dowel to fit, the screws to fit, and
there you have you couldn't even buy that. You know, the finials are expensive too.
Oh, they are. I mean, this cost less than $20, and something similar, or not even similar, not with this uniqueness, but it could cost you $60 and up to get a curtain rod with interesting finials.
It's shocking how expensive they are. I'm just going to try to put this one in here, but you get the idea. Now, the one actually on our window back there, tell me what those things are for finials. I've never seen those.
They are telephone pole insulators. They're glass. They're fairly heavy, but they're everywhere now at flea markets and antique stores. Those cost $2 a piece.
Oh my gosh!
And with a dowel, a $5 dowel, you've got this fabulous curtain rod that you couldn't buy.
And that is Faye Hollander. She's one of our segment producers. That is her grandmother's. It's an antique.
Yeah, vintage tablecloths. And what's so fun with that is that you can use any kind of fabric, vintage fabric, a chenille bedspread, anything you love, as a curtain, because there are little curtain clips on metal rings that you can buy at home improvement stores.
It's just a matter of thinking in a new way. Now, speaking of thinking in a new way, if you've got a chair you're sick of, you want to change it for a season, or you've got a lot of kids coming and you want to cover your good furniture, a good, cheap, easy way is to use, not just go out and buy a lot of fabric, but...
No, a painter's drop cloth.
Oh, I can't believe this is a drop cloth.
Isn't this great? It's got such a great finish to it.
It's really amazing.
And you want to get the largest, measure your chair first and get the largest size you can to fit those measurements. But the real trick I wanted to show you here is to make the fabric stay in place neatly around the cushion is to get PVC pipe. and cut the pieces 4 inches shorter than the sides and the back, and then stuff this pipe. You first stuff the fabric down in as far as you can to make a pocket for the pipe, and then stuff that pipe down in there, and that holds the fabric taut so that when you get in and out of the chair, the fabric doesn't pull out of place.
Well, and it also keeps it from looking like the painter's cloth, looking from like you're getting ready to paint.
Right,
People are
like
saying, oh, you just painted?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is really terrific.
And then you can do a little poofing and fluffing and to make it look the way you want. But it has a nice casual look that's so popular.
And also,
now.
if you're in between, if your money's a little tight and you need a new chair for a certain area, that would be a great temporary fix until you can afford a new chair.
Right.
Well, this is one of my favorite projects in the book, I have to tell you. These tripods. Tell me what you're going to do with these.
Well, a surveyor's, any kind of tripod, but this is an old surveyor's tripod, or a camera tripod too would be great. This is wonderful for a floor lamp. It's the right height, and it's got this flat top here with a hole in it, so all you have to do is go to the hardware store and get a lamp kit that's got the socket and the harp, a face plate, and a threaded rod, and just assemble it according to the directions. And then drop the cord down through there, and it will hide away. And that just rests right on top of that. Is that not fabulous?
Isn't that great? And you know what? It makes, like you say, a perfect thing for a lamp, perfect height.
And we have a little finial thing over there in that wooden bowl.
Oh, yeah. You could also put one of those claws on it, by the way.
Right, you could. Exactly.
Yeah. See, there I'm thinking like you.
Yes.
I just think this is incredible. Shall we try to turn this on?
Yes, I think there's a plug right here.
Okay. And you can, you know, hide this or not hide it because it's kind of a rough, raw look. Oops. Isn't that terrific?
And it's so architectural that the cord really doesn't matter. It
That's
just sort
the
of
word,
disappears.
architectural.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Reusing?
Repurposing.
Repurposing. Now, speaking of repurposing, what's up with this?
This is a side table. Take your old suitcases and stack them beside the chair.
Oh, how many times have my mother sold all these old things in garage sales?
And there you have a place for your books.
Or one of those lamps that you've made,
Right.
repurposed, I should say.
Exactly.
And this book is so terrific. It really brings flea market shopping into another realm. It teaches you to take a very drab corner, a very drab little corner like you see right here, and turn it into looking like kind of a page in this book, just by using a few of those techniques.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Coming up, we've got some terrific labor-saving ideas for your garden. Then,
if you've got one of these out in front of your house, sooner or later, you're going to end up with one of these. But moving day doesn't have to stress you out. Later in the show, we'll give you some great tips.
Reclaim your closet. Store your new stuff. You can at the Home Depot. With special buys on everything you need to be neater. And right now, get a free gift card worth up to $40 with select storage purchases. Plus, get no payments, no interest till January 2006 on everything in the store with your Home Depot or Expo consumer credit card. Get the know-how to make your dollars work harder this year. You can at the Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Say bye-bye to original Tampax and go to the extraordinary comfort of Playtex Beyond. They're simply more comfortable. Because unlike Tampax, Beyond's the first and only tampon and cardboard applicator with a natural taper. No wonder women prefer them to original Tampax. Playtex Beyond. Unsurpassed protection. Superior comfort. Go beyond.
My dad and I have been in the septic business for over 40 years. Most people become aware of their septic system when they have a problem. We have seen damages done that could have been avoided. It absolutely makes sense to use Rid-X once a month.
Rid-X uses 100% natural bacteria and enzymes to break down hard-to-dissolve waste and help prevent backups between pumpings.
We've always recommended Rid-X, and we've seen it actually work.
Homeowners, what if getting $40,000 was as easy as this? Call Greenlight Financial Services right now and you can get the money fast. Today's home equity loan rate is incredibly low. So, for example, you can get $40,000 for only $167 a month. Call now and enjoy instant approval with no upfront or closing costs. Homeowners, to get your money fast, call
866-66-FASTER. You've got the green light.
Visit us on the web, the Discovery homepage, where you can find recipes, decorating tips, and more. Get to know your favorite hosts and check out our up-to-date program information. Go to discovery.com and click on Discovery Home. Saturday, the designer guys are put to the test with a brand new show. Their mission? To redesign a room for a client they've only met one time. The challenge? Working together. Design Rivals, premiering Saturday at 8:30 on Discovery Home Channel.
Dell Service and Support, can I help you?
You're there?
Yes, sir, we're here 24/7.
What about like an ice storm or a hailstorm?
We should be here, yes, sir.
Tornado?
Still here.
Uh-huh. What about daylight savings or an eclipse?
Lunar or solar?
Both.
We're here either way, sir.
Do you like music?
I'm not actually entirely sure what
you
you're...
like country and western? Driving around, I gotta go see her.
Okay, hello? Hello?
Rest easy with award-winning service and support behind every Dell PC 24/7. Like this Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor. It's $539, and get a free CD burner upgrade. And enhance your PC with the McAfee Security Center for just $69. With the power of an Intel processor and the security of McAfee, it's all you need to help keep your PC running smoothly. Get peace of mind with Dell. Get more out of now. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
Coming up next, join Christopher Lowell as he shares tips and tricks for fun and functional design. It's the Christopher Lowell Show, next on Discovery Home Channel.
Welcome back. You may love your flowers,
my
but let's
flowers.
face it, gardening can be back-breaking work.
All that digging and lifting and toting and the bale.
Great Garden Shortcuts has some creative solutions.
Excellent.
Excellent. For your houseplants, you're lifting them around trying to get the best light, you know, that you can. Or the ones that are outside and you keep kind of trying to find the best light for them.
Right.
They get heavy if it's all soil in there.
A lot of potting soil.
A great way to take up some space without having, and also, you know, saving on potting soil is to put aluminum cans there.
So right after I'm done with my beverage, I just throw the can in the pot.
That's right. And then you pour the soil over it. That way you've used less soil and you put your plants in, and they're completely safe. You can also use those little styrofoam packing things. Are good.
Oh, popcorn?
Yeah, they don't weigh much either.
Good idea.
Also, sometimes when you do certain plants, they require exact spacing, and a good way to measure, I'd love to know who came up with this, but a good way to measure is to like make indentations, creating a pattern for your row before you start planting.
That's all about finding other uses.
Can you top my tip?
I'm going to top it so quickly it'll make your head spin. Let's start over here at the vegetable seedlings. Say you have some vegetable seedlings that need a lot of light, heat, warmth, whatever. Take a shoebox, line it with a little aluminum foil. Your vegetable seedlings will get extra light, warmth, and they're all in a little shoebox. How nice is that?
What's up with those?
Okay, I'm moving forward here. I can tell you were so dazzled by that one. Say you have cutworms. Cutworms, they're all over. Honey, get the car, the cutworms are coming. So what you want to do is take a little newspaper and you wrap a little collar around the plant to stop the cutworms from getting to this top area right here. And what cutworms do, in fact, is if you didn't know, cutworms wrap around the plant and kind of strangle it.
Regular boa constrictors they are.
That's what they are. And the other thing you might want to do is put just a screw. See that right there? A regular screw, put it right next to it. And then when they wrap around, it won't be tight enough to choke off the plant. Plants live!
Plants live! I topped your tip! You know, sooner or later, almost everybody moves, right?
Ah, true. It's a lot of work.
It is worse than gardening. Fortunately, our handyman Harvey has given the matter a little thought. Watch this.
Moving day, the one day it pays to be organized. For some advice, I went to the professionals.
We'll put this back piece down here with the legs facing that way. So if you just get on that side right there, tilt it back.
For a move over 40 miles, the law says the cost is determined by weight. So what's the stuff in a house weigh? Now here's one of the great advances in moving. Look at this little beauty here. This is a scanner, like your supermarket scanner. And what this will do is when you come in to do an estimate, this will read these barcodes on here, and you go through and do a survey of the whole house. Let's do the bedroom where we are right now. We've taken a survey of this room, right? But imagine that we've surveyed the entire house. Now look what this little beauty can do. I hook it up here to a portable printer. I'm going to tell it to print. Here we go. We've scanned 2,345 pounds, 335 cubic feet. Getting it all on the truck safely has been Harvey Steinberg's business for 32 years.
But it means having the right equipment, having the right paper, the right pads, the right cartons, the right tape, having them all handy, having a good sharp knife and good scissors at hand, and also having the knowledge to know how to wrap a glass, how to wrap a dish, things of that nature.
We're standing next to what I'm pretty sure is some sort of bookcase or a
This
hutch.
is a top of a sideboard, and it has a glass front, and we have protected it with cotton quilted furniture blankets, and we've secured the blankets to the piece with very large rubber bands, and it makes a nice secure move and a safe way to move this glass-fronted piece.
Right. So now we're in the living room area, and tell us what the guys are about to do here.
We stretch wrap every piece of upholstered furniture with a plastic wrap to prevent it from being cluttered with dust or dirt. And what they have done is placed it on a platform that they have put together here, and they will take this stretch wrap and run it around every piece of upholstered furniture so that there is no dust on it when it finally gets placed on the truck.
Now, Harvey, we have here an antique, plus it's a very delicate-looking table. And tell us some of the precautions that you'll take to make sure this travels safely.
Mike and Carlos have prepared a blanket of bubble wrap, and they are covering each leg and the top with the bubble wrap so that it has some extra protection for the move to Raleigh, North Carolina. Mike and Carlos are going to overwrap the bubble wrap piece with a quilted furniture blanket, and it will be stowed in the truck in a very high position with nothing whatsoever resting upon the piece.
Just to confirm the setup for our refrigerator, washer and dryer for Friday.
In the past 16 years, Nancy Lemanowitz has moved 5 times, and one thing she's learned is to disconnect the phone service last. You don't look very stressed out, I must say. This is a very stressful thing, but you're used to this.
Yeah, it's become very easy for me.
Give us some tips. I mean, you got some things that you've done that...
Well, I don't know. I started a floor plan of our new home.
Oh, yeah?
Just so when the guys come, they're able to see where I want to have, you know, the placement of the furniture.
As a veteran of many moves, do you feel like you have to hover over and watch things?
Not with these guys. These guys have been great. I've watched them actually tape things up that other movers haven't done.
Well, on to Raleigh.
Yep.
One more thing. Go through everything before the big day and give it all away or sell it. Don't pay a mover for things you'll never use.
Moving is stressful.
It's so stressful.
It is a stressful thing to do.
But it's interesting to see what they do once you leave the house to move your stuff.
And the way to battle your, I know, right?
You know.
The way to battle your stress is just get this bubble wrap and flop it
No,
for
that's
about an
not
hour.
true. To pack things
Yes, it
in
is.
bubble wrap, you put the flat side toward the object which you are wrapping.
No,
Did
no,
you know
no.
that? Yes.
Really?
Because if you put the bubble side next to it, it can make marks on like your wood
You know
and
what that makes
stuff
me
like
want
that.
to do? Go just like that.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? Well, prepare yourself for the ultimate chocolate experience when Home Matters returns.
A shift has been made, and better stories will be told. And hardcore just got harder, core. And taking 8 camping is only a problem for the tent. When the concrete jungle is finally tamed. A shift has been made. And when you think adventure, on-road or off, think Nissan.
It looks like that easy job isn't so easy.
Look, left. Just keep going left. No, it's still not straight.
Tired of walls that look like this?
Hi, Steve Harkey, Mr. Do-It-Yourself here, and it's time to get things straight. This is Laser Perfect. Place it on any wall, and it instantly gives you perfectly straight lines in all 4 directions.
This 4-way laser level will make all your do-it-yourself projects a breeze. Use the built-in tape measure and get it just right. Adjust the dials and change from intersecting lines to create any size box or line you need. Tackle all your do-it-yourself projects. Install crown molding with ease. Use the suction mount for tile and bath. Regular laser levels only give you 1 line, but Laser Perfect gives you 4 straight level lines up to 50 feet. Why struggle with old-fashioned levels and messy chalk lines when you can get a straight line on any surface quick and easy?
Use the optional tripod and cast a level line on all 4 walls at the same time. Perfect for that chair rail. Installing on an angle, Laser Perfect dials in the angle for a perfect match. Kitchen cabinets? No problem. Window treatments and room borders are perfect the first time, every time. Single beam lasers can cost $40 and 4-way laser levels for as much as $250. But you can get your Laser Perfect today for only $19.95. Order now and I'll include the wall and suction mounts free. Everyone who orders will get this 41-piece cordless rechargeable Perfect Driver, a $30 value absolutely free. Just pay shipping. This incredible value is yours today for only $19.95.
So don't wait. End the guesswork forever and get your Laser Perfect today. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-593-3665. That's 1-800-593-3665. So call 1-800-593-3665 and order today.
Fat is sneaky. Somewhere inside this body is a healthier size 8. If only it were that easy.
If you have the will, we have the way.
I have the vision. Oops. What I need is the plan.
Join the National Body Challenge, an 8-week diet and fitness program. To sign up, log on to discovery.com/health and get a free trial membership to Valley Total Fitness plus much more. Join the Discovery Health National Body Challenge today.
Next, he's savvy, sensible, and a real straight shooter. Get design tips from a tried and true expert. It's the Christopher Lowell Show.
Thank you so much.
Next on Discovery Home Channel.
Hi, welcome back. Does a flourless chocolate cake sound just too complicated to bake yourself? Here to make it easy for us is the co-author of Chocolate Passion, Tish Boyle.
Hi.
I'm sure that this book gets a lot of,
Well, it certainly does, because the subject matter is such that, you know, it gets that reaction
Passion.
automatically.
Yeah.
People are passionate about chocolate, that's
and
for sure.
flourless. Now, tell me the difference between a flourless and a flour chocolate cake.
Well, in a flourless chocolate cake, it's sort of like a souffle in that you don't have, the flour's not binding it together. It's just the eggs and the chocolate.
Right.
So it's a very kind of dense, but light at the same time cake.
I like it because I'm not really a cake person.
Right.
That's why I don't like the cake.
This is for you then.
This is for me, so let's
the
go.
cake for you.
Let's
Okay.
go. First of all, we got a pan like that.
You got a pan. That's a springform pan. It's a 9-inch springform pan, and we've just lined the bottom with some parchment paper and butter.
Right.
And now we've got some chopped up bittersweet chocolate, which is right here. 8 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, and we've melted it over low heat. You always want to use low heat with chocolate, with half a cup, which is 1 stick of butter.
Why is that? Because it'll scorch or something?
Yeah, chocolate is very delicate chemically, and it can actually seize up and really be ruined. So we've melted that together, and we've just let it cool down a little bit, and I've got 2 tablespoons of cognac, which I'm stirring into that.
After you've cooled it just slightly?
Right, yep, just cooled it for about 10 minutes or so, and you know, we don't want it too hot to cook the eggs, so I've just mixed that in. If you don't want to use the cognac, you know, hey, just leave it out and add a teaspoon of vanilla. Or you can use, you know, Kahlua or some other liquor, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we've done that. We've mixed that together. Now you've got 6 egg yolks there, 6 large egg yolks.
Oh, that'll make it dance.
We've got a half a cup of granulated sugar, and you can go ahead and whisk that right in there just until it's combined. You don't need to get too much air in there or anything.
So that over whipping is chemically bad specifically for this kind of recipe.
Well,
she said. Didn't like the way I worded that. Did I dangle any
Do
participles?
you have a food science background? Is that what's happening here? Okay.
Sort of.
Yeah, well, you don't need to. We're going to get some air from the egg white. So now I'm just going to dump this beautiful chocolate mixture right in there.
You didn't have me go slow at all on that one. You just put that right in.
You're going to continue to whisk that together just till that's
it's also colory.
Yeah, so this is a nice, and now we've got the 6 egg whites that go with the 6 egg yolks. So we're not wasting any egg matter here.
There's been no electricity so far in this,
well,
which I kind of
cheated
like.
because we've used some on the egg whites. We whip them up with 2 tablespoons of sugar just till they get stiff peaks, nice stiff peaks like that.
No fair using Cool Whip.
And no, Cool Whip would be the wrong thing to use, yes.
This is real
I really don't know what would happen there. So now I'm just going to take some of that, and I really want you to whisk that in nicely, because see, that mixture is a very different density and texture to the egg white, so we want to sort of bring them a little bit closer together.
I think you're a chemist.
So Okay, so now you've got that. That's good. You can stop. Now we want to take the whisk out of there.
Okay.
You follow directions very well,
Thank
Susan.
you.
I'm very impressed. Okay. Now I'm going to take the rest of these in 2 additions, and I'm just going to gently fold them in.
Show
How are
me
you
how you-
folding? Okay.
well, I'm not sure. You
All
show me
well, I'm just
first.
going to see how I'm just sort of cutting in there, and I'm not really stirring.
This is the part where I say,
It's
Mother, can I help? She goes, no, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Back off.
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I'm just going to sort of partially get that incorporated there, and then I'm going to take the rest of it, the remainder, and I'm going to add that. And then you're going to finish it off. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Now, are
Fold that.
is there any key to getting those stiff white peaks on an egg white, or you just kind of keep going for it?
Well, yeah, you want them to be stiff, but you don't want them to be dry, and that's really something you get by practice, by looking at it, just till they, the minimum amount of beating until they really hold a stiff beat.
Do cold beaters help?
Cold beaters, no, not with eggs. Actually, with egg whites, you really want them to be, the egg whites to be at room temperature. You want everything to be at room temperature.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Because that's going to inhibit, the cold is going to inhibit them from beating up.
How's this looking?
Okay, well, that's looking pretty good. It's okay if you're going to have some white streaks in there. It's better to have some white streaks in it than to overfold it, because you're going to lose sacrifice some air to that.
I don't want to sacrifice air.
So, right. So that's really looking good the way it is. Now we're going to actually just dump that, and I'll take the spatula. I'm going to pour it right into our prepared
spring
pan
form.
here.
And we did just put a little butter and parchment paper in the bottom.
Right. I just cut the parchment paper to fit the bottom of the pan.
And how long will this go in the oven and how hot?
This is going to be in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes.
Can I just talk about how simple this was, by the way?
It is very simple, isn't it? Anyone can do this.
Anyone can do it.
Okay, so we're going to bake that up now. 350, right?
30 to 35
and this
minutes.
is what it's going to look like. And don't be alarmed, okay? It's not the most
very
beautiful.
pretty.
Hey, what are you saying about my cake? All right, so here
That
it is.
souffle, somebody went,
We're going to gussy it up a little bit here. Now, what we're going to do is make a little glaze for it. But before I do that,
I don't know that anyone's ever said gussy up here. That's an old term I haven't heard in a while.
Here, before I put the glaze on, I've got raspberry jam. This is just going to give it a little raspberry flavor. 1/3 cup of raspberry jam, and I'm just going to spread it over the top and sides of the cake really quickly like
Just
that.
to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, just to fill it, and also to give it a nice raspberry flavor. And that way, when you garnish the plate with some
Smells good.
raspberries,
the theme is the
right. We're going to get some. Okay, so now that's going to go around the sides too. But you can take your time.
This
and
is
do that
nice
a
and
little bit
cool,
nice.
by the way.
Right. So now here we've got 4 ounces of the same bittersweet chocolate that we used for the cake. In a bowl. We've chopped that up, and here I've got 1/3 cup of heavy cream, which I've just brought to a gentle boil, and added 2 tablespoons of regular honey. And I'm just going to pour that over the chocolate, and the residual heat from the cream is actually going to melt the chocolate. So we're going to just stir that up, and you can go ahead and stir that, and eventually that's going to smooth out, and this is going to be what you get, your glaze here.
So when you have a lot of patience, you keep stirring this with the cream, and you get that fabulous glaze.
Okay, and now I'm going to take this glaze, and I'm just going to pour it over our cake.
Rather than saying icing, say glaze.
Right, it's much more elegant, a word. Okay. All right, and now I've got a spatula here, and I'm just going to kind of let that chocolate run right over the sides.
People shouldn't be intimidated about working with chocolate, should they?
No, I mean, as long as you follow some basic rules, always use the right chocolate that's called for in the recipe. If it's calls for unsweetened chocolate, well, there's a reason for that. Don't use semi-sweet or bittersweet. If it's calls for semi-sweet chocolate, don't use semi-sweet morsels because they're designed not to melt.
Ooh.
So that's a common mistake that people make. Okay, and now I've got some milk chocolate, melted milk chocolate, and I'm just going to drizzle that. Right, I just put it in a Ziploc bag, and then I just snip the corner.
And again, this is that same chocolate.
This is milk chocolate.
Milk
3 ounces of milk chocolate. So we're really going to get a nice.
Anybody can do this. This isn't just a baker or a restaurant.
That's right. I mean, I'm not using any special equipment here. You can see, and there is our finished cake.
And look, if you sprinkle a few raspberries.
No, you are an artiste, and here's our slice here, and I'm just going to.
She's like, get away from that.
I am just going to pipe a little whipped cream on there.
I'm just going to pipe a little bit of this in my mouth.
Is that piping?
Oh man.
It's pretty intense, isn't it?
That is awesome. I like that so much better than cake. It's almost like a cheesecake, only not quite that heavy.
Right.
Only it's not cake. Well, anyway, it's really delicious.
Yeah, well, you could go on about that, right?
Tish Boyle, Chocolate Passion. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
A little later in the show, we'll see an intriguing craft project done with wires and a few simple tools. Then,
I'm in Los Angeles with the Surreal Gourmet, and he uses a couple of unique tools and a couple of amazing recipes. We'll explain later in the show.
Plus, Tiffany and Company will show us how to care for our most treasured possessions. It's all coming up when Home Matters returns.
Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you.
For the air you breathe, get a Filtrete filter from 3M. Filtrete filters capture more pollen, more dust, more pet dander, and more mold spores than ordinary fiberglass.
All I need is the air that I breathe.
And try our revolutionary refillable frame and air filter system for the air you breathe.
If you're like me, you've come to rely on the internet these days. It can save you time, money, and give you instant access to some very important information, like your credit report. Here's a website where you can find out how to get your credit report instantly and online for free. It's freecreditreport.com. Log on now and join the millions of people who have already discovered freecreditreport.com.
I go online, log on, and in seconds I get my credit report.
I want to make sure it's accurate so I get the credit I deserve.
Before I finance my new car, I logged on to make sure there are no surprises in my credit report.
Staying on top of my credit helped me get the best deal on my refi.
I can save time, money, and it gives me peace of mind.
Stay on top of your credit at freecreditreport.com. Save time, save money, and give yourself the peace of mind you deserve. Log on now to freecreditreport.com. That's freecreditreport.com.
Next Monday, Christopher Lowell transforms a hollow hallway by adding detail and drama.
Just because it's narrow doesn't mean it can't be absolutely beautiful.
And creates a fun and functional space. Then, see what happens when the neat team tackles this mess. Will this woman be able to part with her flea market favorites?
I am ready to say goodbye to Messy Maria.
Yay, hasta la vista, baby.
Next Monday, don't miss Christopher Lowell's Wall to Wall at 9 and Need at 9:30. Only on Discovery Home Channel.
Rich Bolivian rosewood, golden teak, and what I installed in my home, Bellawood American Cherry. Whatever type of hardwood flooring you're looking for, Bellawood has it, and you'll pay up to 60% less than you'd expect. Over 120 varieties with the exact grade, width, and cut to fit your space. Call for this free Bellawood catalog and a showroom near you. It's guaranteed to last for 50 years. Now, that's a promise you won't find anywhere else. It's pre-finished wood, so whether you do it yourself or have it installed, no one has to deal with sanding or harmful fumes. And the finish is up to 3 times more durable than any other brand. Bellawood is available at Lumber Liquidators, the country's largest direct retailer of hardwood flooring. American ash or Australian cypress, Brazilian cherry or red oak. Beautiful pre-finished floors from $2.95 a square foot. Bellawood, now on sale at Lumber Liquidators.
Call for this free catalog and a showroom near you, 1-800-WOOD-893.
Next, from the big picture to the smallest detail, this designer has it covered. America's favorite decorator is sharing his tricks of the trade. It's the Christopher Lowell Show, next on Discovery Home Channel.
Welcome back. Now, if you're having guests, choosing the right flower for the centerpiece can be as important as choosing the right wine. Dale Roman, America's Flower Man, is here with some great, and I mean great, Dale, suggestions. Now, how important is it from a size and aesthetic standpoint to have the right flower for the right occasion?
Well, the most important thing you want to remember is that the flower needs to fit the theme of the occasion. Okay. And of course, the flower, if the arrangement is tall, that's fine for a buffet table, but you want to keep it low if you're having guests seated across from each other, so there's plenty of space for
could stunt conversation,
That's
thereby
right.
ruining the evening.
That's correct.
Okay, what are we going to start with?
Well, we're going to start with something that's tropical. I'm going to let you put this together, all right? Tropical flowers, of course, means you're giving some sort of a themed tropical event. Okay. And we're going to cut these on an angle.
You talked about, even though they've only been sitting out a few minutes before we started, that we should always recut right away.
That's correct, because the minute they come out of the water and hit the air, the stem starts to seal. So you want to reopen that stem so that when you put it into the moisture, it can continue to drink.
And you talked about also using, well, we're using like a little Leatherman here, but using a knife as opposed to using scissors, which I use, but scissors is not correct, right?
That's correct.
That's why my centerpieces fail.
Yeah, you want to use a knife because it gives a sharp, clear cut. A scissors will pinch the cells. Now, before you put that one in,
what happens if we
well,
break
you know
something?
what? We
Occasionally
did break
that
it.
happens.
So you want to be creative with your mistakes.
Okay.
All right. We're going to give it a fresh cut. Slip it right here in the base.
Oh, right in the base.
We have a few artificial leaves that we're going to add to this, which I think is kind of fun.
Right, you're mixing and matching with the art, and they're not even,
right.
these are plastic. Not even,
These are plastic, yeah, but they look pretty good, don't
they
you
do.
think? And then we have a completed centerpiece, except I want you to add some of this moss,
More moss.
to hide that foam that we've been working with. See, that foam is the mechanics. We don't want the mechanics to be seen.
Kind of the model, the...
And the moss is already wet, if you notice, and that's because if we put dry moss over that foam, that dry moss is going to pull all the moisture out of the foam. Flowers aren't going to get a drink.
Okay, great.
Then we can take a few of these rocks and tuck it in there, and we have a very fast, simple, easy, tropical arrangement.
Now, what if we were going for something a little more maybe elegant, evening maybe even?
Well, let's do something that's daytime first.
Oh, daytime first.
Yeah, let's do that.
You know, that's good. Let's do daytime first. I was just jumping ahead. Go to the night
All
side.
right, listen, this is a neat basket, very ordinary, but what I've done to dress it up a little bit was just woven some ribbon up.
I saw
right
you doing
over
that. Was that hard to do?
No, not at all.
Okay,
not at all. And then I went and got a casserole dish to use as a liner, so of course the moisture doesn't come through. Some more foam. You want to be sure you add water to this dish each time that you're making an arrangement so it can continue to draw.
All right.
I have stuffed this already with some pittis porm foliage. But you know what? You can go out in the backyard and trim your boxwood bushes or your euonymus bushes. Does the same thing.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, I love
lemons.
These.
We're going to
Lemons
put
on
some
a
lemons
stick.
in there. Now,
Or
while
two
you're
sticks.
sticking those in,
All
that's
right.
right.
Any
I'm gonna show
specific
you.
order or
No,
arrangement?
just put them in there so it looks like we threw them in. They all sort of fell in the right spot.
Okay, good.
2 meat skewers, wooden meat skewers. They're pointed on one end. You want to be sure you point the other end. That's very important.
Right.
The points is what holds it secure.
Okay.
Here and in here. Now, the nice thing about this arrangement is when the party's over with, we're going to pull these lemons out and make
And
lemonade.
still use them.
That's right. All right.
Beautiful.
Then we're going to make a few cut flowers in here.
Right.
Add some daisies to it, which is going to give us that fresh, perky daisy look. And you know what I like about this in the summertime, in the spring when the weather's really warm, this color combination and these lemons psychologically let your guests feel very cool.
They're telling it to you it's cool.
That's right.
Even though it's very hot. Now let's go to the to the evening. We're talking about that more formal. Those candles are amazing.
Aren't they wonderful? These candles are 36 inches tall, very dramatic. And what I like about these is that they're far enough away from the flowers that as dinner is going on, you don't have to worry about them burning down and setting the flowers on fire.
Right.
And trust me, if your guests are still at your table, when the candle gets to here, you should charge them rent.
It's a good meter for, hey, people, the party's over. That's so beautiful. And what are you going to add to that? You're going to cut the taper on these.
Let me show you. I'm going to point this also because the point is important. When you're working with candles, you always want to put the candle in the foam first. We're working with a plastic Revere bowl.
Right. I know, it's
something
plastic.
we don't have to polish. And then I'm going to use this selection of flowers.
Great stuff.
Hydrangea. Big flowers, fewer flowers is sort of the trend right now. This is going to be very low so that people can see across the table.
There's such great ideas, and what you have to do is just have a little pre-planning and just kind of think it through, and don't, I guess, not be afraid to kind of try different things.
Oh yeah, don't be intimidated at all.
Absolutely.
Enjoy.
He is America's flower man. He's Dale Roman. Susan, you're doing stuff with little blue boxes?
That's right, Chris, and everybody knows what that means. Tiffany & Company is here. And you know, most of us have something that's precious to us, whether it's your grandmother's china or favorite wedding gift, and we wonder how to take care of it properly. Sandra Alton of Tiffany & Company is here with some advice for us. And who better than Tiffany & Company?
Oh, thank you.
To talk about valuables.
Yes.
So first of all, we're going to talk about an array of valuables. But first of all, let's discuss, shall we, silver? Because I think of Tiffany's when I look at this little tea set here.
We think so.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing is everybody should have special things in their lives, but nobody wants to be a slave to this special things.
No, because you want to use them too.
Yes, and the most important thing about silver is you use it every day. If you're there by yourself in the breakfast table, use your silver.
And good things will come to those who use their silver.
Good things will come. All good things will come.
That's true.
Most important thing is use your silver. Don't put it away. Use it every day because it develops this wonderful, wonderful patina.
Oh, that's
the
good to
second
know.
thing is always keep it dry. Once you've used it, wash it in hot, sudsy water. Dry it immediately. Moisture is an enemy. Second thing, there's some other enemies for silver. Things like the salt from peanuts. Things like acid from lemons and things like that. So it's very, very important to keep it washed, dry it carefully. If you're going to stow it away, and we encourage you not to, but if you're going to, put it in some sort of type A knit cloth like this, like a Tiffany bag.
Not like a Ziploc bag, plastic.
Never, never
Oh,
plastic.
we gotta go home. See ya.
Yeah. Take care of that immediately.
I'll take care of that in just a second. Okay, now, let's talk a little bit about flatware, because there are still people who have not just stainless, like Susan, but some people actually have the real stuff.
And many people have the real stuff, and many people have wonderful, wonderful place settings from their grandmother, their mother, or someone else. You perhaps may have 12 place settings. Use them, rotate them. If there are 2 people in your household, then constantly rotate them.
Yeah, don't keep using those top 2 forks.
Exactly, because then they'll start to look really wonderful, and the rest will look brand new.
That's really true.
Yeah.
For china,
yes.
For the really good china, like this in particular, tell me what this is around here.
This is platinum line china. So
what's
this
the best
is
way to take care of it?
2 things. Never put it in the microwave, because you know some bad things are going to happen. Fire and all sorts of bad things. Yes. The second thing is I would encourage you not to put it in the dishwasher, because the high heat of a dishwasher and the corrosiveness of a detergent is not a good thing. However, you can see we have china over here that's perfectly safe for the microwave. It's perfectly safe for the dishwasher. However, any china is going to start to fade over time in a dishwasher.
And it says it on the bottom, too, that that's dishwasher safe.
Yes.
To store it, when I moved, I stored my good china. I put newspaper between it, and I got in a lot of trouble for that.
Not a good thing.
I was the test case for that. Doesn't
work.
work.
Not a good thing. And what happened?
It stained almost permanently.
So if you're really, really good, you're going to cut out pieces of felt. You can use paper plates. You can use anything like that to cushion the bottom of it.
What about paper plates are good?
Paper plates are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just take care of it. All right, now for crystal,
take care of it.
Some people still have crystal. I do have some stems
of
crystal.
We all have crystal, don't we?
It's expensive, too.
It's beautiful.
How do you care for it?
Fully leaded crystal. This is actually a vase. What you want to do is, if you're going to have flowers in it, which we hope that you do, keep changing the water. If you're not good and you don't change the water, cut a lemon and rub the stain with a little bit of lemon. If you're really not good, take some rice, take some vinegar, put it in, slush it around.
All right.
Okay?
Any tricks with candle holders or glasses?
There's a big trick, and you probably need to know this.
I'm sure I do.
See that sticker right there?
Yes.
It's always there when a candle sticks, and it simply is a reminder to, once you put the candle in, never let it burn below this, because what it does is it creates a lot of heat.
And like Dale said, if your guests stay that long, they should be paying rent anyway.
Yeah, you can say that. You're exactly right.
Exactly. Okay, now jewelry. I would have started here, but they wouldn't let me.
Yes,
this is the first floor of Tiffany's, by the way.
This is the first floor of Tiffany's.
So what are some tips about basically cleaning silver and gold?
I think the most important thing for everyone to remember, 18-karat gold and sterling silver are soft metals. If you wear your jewelry every day, and we encourage people to wear their jewelry every day, you have to recognize the fact you should have it checked right by your jeweler to make sure the fastener does not need to be replaced. Yeah. In terms of silver jewelry, the more you wear it, the less it's going to tarnish.
What about diamonds?
What about diamonds?
Yeah.
And nothing looks better. Yes, exactly. Most important thing about diamonds, once again, if you're involved in any kind of physical activity, we probably take it off. In terms of keeping your diamond clean, 6 parts of water, 1 part of ammonia, soft toothbrush.
Easy.
Dip it in and brush it.
Anybody can do that. Well,
absolutely.
I could talk to you for hours just about the jewelry at Tiffany's. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Coming up on Home Matters, Chris finds out just how far out food can get when he visits with the Surreal Gourmet.
This is Jeff. He has a push-free vacuum, automatic car seats, a sprinkler system that's also automatic, rain-sensing windshield wipers. When he comes home, the lights go on, and when he goes to bed, the lights go off. It's no wonder Jeff has a Fidelity Freedom Fund. He can set it and forget it, knowing that he has a diversified mix of stocks and bonds, automatically, of course. For our Simple Start IRA, call 1-800-FIDELITY. Smart move.
A very special message for people with diabetes.
If you have diabetes and take insulin, I want to tell you about a wonderful free program called Keeping Well with Diabetes. It gives you the tools you need to help you manage your diabetes. A carbohydrate and calorie counter for making meal planning easier. A helpful guide for better doctor office visits, plus lots of useful health information.
Call now. With a carbohydrate and calorie counter, you'll have the facts for over 130 foods and drinks right at your fingertips. Your guide to better office visits brings you questions to ask your doctor, important checklists, and information to help you with your at-home care. And you'll get ongoing support. You'll even be one of the first to know about and save on new products.
Call now. Get free tools and membership. in keeping well with diabetes.
Wednesday on Picture This, host Michelle Kay helps two friends turn each other's dreams into reality as Addie and Sandy trade tear sheets.
Yeah, that looks really good.
And surprise each other with new looks for their rooms.
I love surprises.
Yeah. It's more inspiration and renovation, California style.
Let's get a little creative here.
On the next Picture This, Wednesday at 9, only on Discovery Home Channel. Next, he's savvy, sensible, and a real straight shooter. Get design tips from a tried and true expert. It's the Christopher Lowell Show.
Thank you so much.
Next on Discovery Home Channel.
Welcome back. Now, Susan, it doesn't get any more unusual than this next piece that I did in my home in L.A.
Well, for once, Chris, I am in complete agreement.
I like that. I met up with Bob Bloomer, also known as the Surreal Gourmet, and, well, you got to check this out. Nestled in the hills of Hollywood lives one of America's most interesting food personalities. Bob Bloomer's inspired approach to cooking transforms everyday ingredients into a dining adventure. And you and I are going to get a unique peek inside the kitchen of the Surreal Gourmet. Bob, how are you? So what are the things we're going to make today? Obviously some shrimp.
We're going to show you a little shrimp on the Barbie, which is a dry rub that I've created. It's got a chipotle powder base. Chipotle is a smoked jalapeno pepper.
That's good. You could put that, I mean, you're obviously putting it on shrimp. You could do that on anything.
You could do it on chicken, yeah.
Throw in some oregano, thyme, lemon pepper, chipotle powder, salt and pepper. Let the shrimp cook a minute on each side. Then it's time to put the surreal in the serving.
So let me show you why I call this shrimp on the Barbie.
Show.
Oh. And this sauce is that's just a really simple sour cream and lime juice with a bit of cilantro that I chopped up in it. Oh yeah. Now be honest.
Wow. You know, that's full of flavor. Full. It's a little hot too. Okay, how about a gourmet dessert that looks like something you'd get at a drive-thru? Puree some fresh raspberries, strain out all those seeds, then pour it in your basic diner-style ketchup bottle. Take some pound cake straight out of the box if you'd like, and cut it into strips. Spread them out on a cookie sheet and throw them in the oven at 350 degrees for 7 or 8 minutes. Once again, presentation is the key to the surreal.
So, here we go. Just like they do at the fast food store.
Absolutely.
And there you go. And there's one other little treat. You know, you saw me fixing the raspberry puree earlier.
Oh, right, raspberry puree.
And let me show you what that's for.
Okay. Oh, there's the ketchup. And you spilled it just like they do at the store.
So that's a really sweet raspberry puree, and it's great. So this is I would call a very surreal dessert.
Very surreal dessert. Warm, good.
And you see, that fits into the old Surreal Gourmet motto of just simplicity. It was just a pound cake sliced up, thrown in the oven. A little bit of blended up raspberries and a bit of confectioner sugar.
That's good stuff. And it works with the shrimp, too. Calms me down a little. So what's all this?
Well, I know how you like to stay in those fancy schmancy hotels.
Quite often.
You know, if you got a little stomach rumbling late at night and you want to order yourself a grilled cheese sandwich, you ever
because room service stops at like 10.
Well, either they stop at 10 or by the time they charge you for the fee and the sales tax and the tip and then the room service, you're paying $15 for a grilled cheese sandwich. If you're in a hotel room, you've got everything you need. I mean, if you could just run out around the corner and get a couple things at the local 7-Eleven.
Right, if you could do that.
So all you need is a couple pieces of bread and some cheese. You can have Wonder Bread and American slices, or if you want to, as my good friend Emerald would say, kick it up a notch.
Right.
I've got some raisin and walnut bread and some Stilton cheese.
Oh, wow.
And all we need to do, make yourself a little sandwich like this, put it in the same bag that you probably brought it home in.
Right. Not the one from the plane that you took to get to the hotel.
No. And you've got your old iron.
Right.
And I just want you to hold on to it like that. We got it at sort of medium temperature, no steam.
All right. So any movement? Should I just let
Actually,
it
you can just let it sit like
That's
that.
it. So after about 4 minutes, it's supposed to be ready, right?
Should be ready. Let's give it a look.
All right. You know, I had it on the steam setting. Is that going to make a difference?
No, you didn't. And that's if you could have had it on the steam setting, you'd have a very soggy sandwich by now.
Okay.
But now just imagine, it's 11 o'clock, you're in your suite at the Four Seasons.
Right. I'm just about to watch my last segment of Home Matters again before I go to bed to read my book.
And there you go. You got yourself a beautiful grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, wow.
And for you?
Bon appetit.
Hey, clink. Cheers.
See, that's a taste sensation in your mouth.
It's a party in your mouth.
It is. Okay, look in the dictionary, and the definition next to creativity, fun, and food is Bob Loomer.
He is great. Was his house incredible?
It was in the Hollywood Hills in L.A. Just a cool dude.
Little storybook.
I loved hanging out with him.
He's wild.
Bob also has this recipe in his book. It's cooking fish in the dishwasher.
I don't believe it.
It's true.
Well, to learn more about any of these dishes, check out Bob Bloomer's book, Off the Eaten Path. Even if you don't like to cook, you'll love the pictures.
It's great.
Next on Home Matters, Delicate and Strong, a stunning wire project that you can do.
Do you like books? Overstock.com has hundreds of thousands of books just for you, even bestsellers. And all of them, well, 99% of them, are priced below Amazon. On average, you'll save about $2 per book. And you'll save on DVDs and CDs, too. I promise. 99% of the time. Overstock.com. It's all about the O.
On the next Cookin' in Brooklyn, don't tell Alan Harding his food isn't hot enough.
They're going to be asking for fire extinguishers.
On the next Cookin' in Brooklyn.
I don't really want to kill them.
Tonight at 8.
Wings are ready. Let me at them.
Only on Discovery Home Channel.
Homeowners, the average credit card rate is over 13%. Ouch. But Countrywide has a home equity loan at this low rate. Just think of how much money you'd save by paying off all your high-rate credit cards with this low-rate home equity loan from Countrywide. Just pick up the phone, get a quick upfront approval, and get your cash fast. Did I say call? So call Countrywide and get this low rate today.
Call 1-866-436-0515.
I couldn't pay my bills.
It was ruining my life.
In Charge Debt Solutions is a nonprofit credit counseling service that's here to help you get out of debt. We work with creditors nationwide to reduce your interest rates and lower your payments, helping you pay off your debt faster than you could on your own.
I was on the verge of bankruptcy. Soon I'll be debt-free.
In Charge can stop the collection calls and design a solution that's right for you. In Charge is private and confidential, so make the call and get back in charge of your life today.
Next, from traditional to modern, tranquil to downright outrageous, he's done it all. Decorating dues just right for your digs. It's the Christopher Lowell Show, next on Discovery Home Channel. Visit us on the web, the Discovery homepage, where you can find recipes, decorating tips, and more. Get to know your favorite hosts and check out our up-to-date program information. Go to discovery.com and click on Discovery Home.
Hi, welcome back. Wouldn't this be a great place to hang your keys or a tea towel or get this, even a purse? Well, you know, it's actually very easy to make. This is your own decorative hook, and it's made out of copper wire. With us now to share the details is the author of Wire Magic, Michael Ball. Okay, I can actually make this?
You can. It's not that difficult.
Not difficult, but it might take a little time.
Well, that's true. That depends how you want to do it.
Yes, well, I have to tell you that my instinct is every time I do a wire project, especially on the show, I get these little round nose pliers and I just start going like that with my wrist. Like this. Is that making your skin crawl?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but there are easier ways to do it.
It's kind of nice, actually.
Well, I wouldn't want to tell you how to do it.
So what, but you're going to.
Yeah.
You're going to. Now, what is the proper way to use those tools?
Well, an easier way to do it is instead of twisting like that with your wrist, if you use the pliers to grip the wire and then use your other hand to pull the wire around. So essentially you're just using the pliers as a point to grip the wire and define the point at which it's going to bend when you pull with your other hand.
I see.
You'll find that's way easier, and you've got the strength of all of your arm to bend it with instead of just your wrist.
Now, for this little project, which is kind of a leaf, you could use a template if you wanted to, say, make 3 just alike, but could you just free eye it, kind of?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you can do any design you want, as long as you end up with 1 inch of straight wire on one side and 6 inches, which I've bent round into this hook with a loop on the end, on the other side.
All right, how did you do
any
this?
Design you want. Well, I'm just going to be bending around here. I've started following the template, but I'm going to do it freehand here.
Okay.
Now, this is the first loop of the leaf, and if you do this, you'll find it's quite difficult to pull the wire around into that tight loop that you can see here.
Yes.
Now, in order to make this a bit easier, get a pair of stout pliers like this. These are locking pliers, and just squash it, and you'll find that it's way easier to do it. Now, you
this
carry
one
on
is
like
a little
this.
further. You have carried on with this one. Yes, you carried on. Good.
So you carry on all the way up to the top of the leaf, and you can see each time I've gone round, I've taken the end of the wire over the top of the loop until I get to the top. In fact, wait a minute, I'm lying. No, I've got it upside down.
Yeah, upside
I've taken it underneath.
Yeah.
Then when you get round to the other side, you take the end over the top each time.
Look at you just bending that with your hands.
Well, it's surprisingly soft wire. Copper and aluminium are both quite easy to work with if you're starting out.
Is wire something that the beginning crafter can work with?
I think so, yeah. And the nice thing is that you can make things that are permanent and that you can actually use in your home rather than just decorative pieces.
So, as I so much adore about this show, we have this one where you just went. You did turn the corner up here and you started going in the opposite direction, so it becomes like the opposite, and you've got what you said, which is that straight line down there.
That's it. So I followed it onto the end there, and then about 2 inches down from that point there, I'm going to make a bend and take the end straight back up like that.
So now you've essentially got 3 in a row.
Exactly. Now, I need those wires to be close together, and in order to do that, yeah, exactly, it's much easier than just trying to do it with the little pliers. You can see how easily that bends there.
Fast. And so then with the top of that wire in the middle, like of the leaf, you made a little hook. Now, what's that little hook for?
Well, you could hang this design from the top, but it's way stronger if you have the hanging loop really close to the hook itself.
There's something in physics about that, but...
Well, I'm sure there is.
Yes. So you've got a nice strong hook here. You've got your little thing that you're going to hang it, from which you will hang it.
That's it. And I'm just bending that round.
There you go, bending that wire around.
And then I'm going to trim it off just with a pair of bolt cutters. So I get to this stage.
Right. And so now, once you have this, and you've got this nice capability of having a hook, then you actually can make the hook, I'm assuming.
That's it, absolutely. Really easy. You just get something like these, which are ring bending pliers, or the round nose pliers. And first of all, you want to make a slight recurve, actually bending it downwards.
Right.
So I'm going to bend it like that. And then, about 1 inch up from the bottom, you want to bend the whole thing up like that. And that's your hook. And this end of wire here ends up going behind there. So I just need to trim off the excess.
The wire cutters. Now, in order to, obviously at the end you're going to wrap it in a much less thinner wire, thinner copper wire. But to get it to stick, will that wire just hold to that, or do you have to do something to it?
Well, you'll notice on this one here, I've made a series of, well, what I call giving it a key. You can see there's a series of tiny grooves
just tiny little grooves which create a tooth.
That's it, and they just allow that thin wire to lock there, so that it won't slide.
Yeah, so this is kind of a small project, but very useful, and like you say, you can hang something as heavy as a coat on that, really.
Well, absolutely, and there's infinite variation on the design. Once you've understood how the end works, do anything you want.
All possibilities, and you created it yourself. Michael Ball, thank you for giving us the idea. If you have a question or comment about any part of today's show, we'd love to hear from you. You can visit us online at discovery.com and just click on Discovery Daytime. Be sure to refer to episode number 82. I'm hooked on Home Matters.
You know, I started out with a full piece of Flourless chocolate cake and there's none left. Look at what Dale Roman did, America's Flour Man.
He is the Flour Man. We had a good show today, but you know what? That is all we have time for.
All over.
That's right. Goodbye for now.
Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you next time on Home Matters.
For everything that matters to you and your home. Don't talk with your mouth full.
Next, have you slipped into a decorating dry spell? Help is on the way. Simple, stylish ideas to spruce up any home. Don't miss the Christopher Lowell Show, coming up next on Discovery Home Channel.